What is up, my friends? How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with me for just a little while, talking about some movies. Before we get started today, hit that like and subscribe button for me. And today, we're going to dive into Futureworld, the sequel to Westworld from 1976. This is directed by Richard T. Heffron. Now, I didn't really look up what Mr. Heffron, what else he's done. But if this is any indication of the films that he's made, he's probably a pretty good director. This stars Peter Fonda, Blythe Danner, and a very brief, maybe two-minute cameo by Yul Brynner, reprising his role as the gunslinger character from Westworld. So this is a really, really cool sequel. I enjoyed it. So, in the first Westworld, or if you've never seen Westworld, this takes place after it. Westworld was basically, you go into these different, it's like basically like a big adult Disneyland. And there's humanoid robots. You can live out any fantasy, any desire, any wish. Like, if you think about it, you can do it, right? And that's what Westworld was. They had like 3 different worlds. They had Westworld, and I guess it's called Westworld because the trouble started in Westworld when everything went haywire. They got Westworld, Roman world, and there was some other world they had, medieval world maybe. But the robots go haywire. Oh, snap, we got to get out of here. It's like Jurassic Park with robots, right? They go crazy, and, you're a human. You can't fight a robot. I guess you could, but it would be futile, as the Borg would say. But anyway, guys, so this is they have, that was the first one. Well, the sequel, Futureworld, it kind of expands upon that, where they open up this new future world where people can go, to Mars. People can do all these different fantastical things that they've, been dreaming about, fantasizing about, whatever. But they want all the politicians, all the world leaders, the emissaries, the ambassadors. They want all these people to come there because there's a sinister plot going on behind the scenes. They want all these people to come there so that they can basically drug them and clone them into robots. They want to make them into robots and then infiltrate them back into their countries and societies. And then basically Delos, I think, they will then basically run the world because their robots will be in positions of power. That's why they wanted all these people to come there. And I thought that was a brilliant, brilliant story mechanic because, the first film, it was like, oh, God, the robots are going to get us. And, that was cool. It was a cult classic in and of itself because, in my opinion, Westworld was ahead of its time. Futureworld, though not ahead of its time, like I said, it expands on that original premise of, okay, well, we're going to make these robots and stuff, but then the evil corporation wises up and they're like, why just make robots and fantasy adventures for people when we can bring the people here, take their likeness, and then send their robots back out into the world, because let's face it, we're not going to let them leave. And then we have, we run the world through our robots. That is evil, maniacal, supervillain type stuff in just a regular film. And you don't see that very often. You know what I mean? Like, now if it's a superhero movie, you're watching Superman and there's a Batman from 66 or something, with Adam West, this kind of thing would transpire, but it'd be goofy. It'd be silly. This is like genuinely evil, sinister stuff that is almost reminiscent of today. Of the times that we live in, when people are creating fake images of people and making AI look like Bill Clinton and say stuff, it's very, very forward thinking, I guess. It's very much reflects the times that we are living in as far as what technology can do, and AI has already infiltrated us. It's already infiltrated our world. I use AI just about every day to do research on movies and things like that. So, even though the Delos robots that are going out into the world aren't AI, they're still being controlled by an overlord, a hive mind, if you will. And so that's a lot like what AI to me is. But I digress. This film was excellently made. The special effects were good. I hate that we didn't see Yul Brynner more, but at the same time, he wasn't necessary in this film. You know, his character was prominent in the first film. Good for him. We all love the gunslinger in that. But in this, he wasn't necessary. But I'm glad that they had him because it rehashed things that we had in the first one. It showed us our main villain. It said, hey, you know, this is what went wrong. We're trying to correct it. But in the process of correcting it, there are so many nefarious schemes involved. I dug it. I thought it was a great film with really, really well thought out storytelling. I thought the acting from Peter Fonda and Blythe Danner was great. I love Blythe Danner. She seems like she would be like the coolest grandma ever. You know, like I feel like if I was Blythe Danner's grandson, I'd go to her house and we'd be like doing the Yin Yang Twin song or something like Betty White in that one movie with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. I just feel like she'd be fun and cool to hang out with. So I love Blythe Danner. I thought she did a great job in this. Peter Fonda, he's a cool cat. Everybody loves Peter Fonda. Everybody. Peter and Jane, you can't go wrong with either one of them. Their acting has always been spot on, and Peter's really good in this because, you know, he's a journalist. He's trying to uncover. He's trying to uncover all these things, seeing if it's on the level, making sure they're not, you know, swindling people. So him and Blythe Danner, they had, you know, they're going behind the scenes trying to figure things out and what's going on. And I thought, you know, that's fantastic because their chemistry was excellent together. I've never, like, I didn't even know that Futureworld was a sequel. Like, I didn't know that Futureworld existed until I was scrolling through Prime the other day and I was like, oh, what is this? And then it was like, oh, this is the sequel to Westworld. And I was like, let's check it out. And I'm glad I did because I enjoyed the heck out of it, guys. I really, really enjoyed it. If you're a fan of Westworld or Yul Brynner or you know, just good science fiction, really good, well-told science fiction, this is the movie for you. It is. I highly recommend it. It's fun. It's entertaining. Like I said, great storytelling. Special effects for the time were incredible. I mean, we got blinking lights and computers that look like they ought to, you know, and it's probably like 4 megabytes of space, and it had a computer the size of my TV, you know, blinking lights. But for the time, special effects were awesome. But yeah, guys, if you want to check out Futureworld, you can definitely do that. It's on Prime, it's on Tubi, it's on PlutoTv. I give it 2 big thumbs up. Check it out because it is worth your time. Like I said, especially if you're a fan of Westworld, if you're a fan of Yul Brynner, Peter Fonda, Blythe Danner, check it out. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for hanging around and talking about Futureworld with me for just a little bit. As always, hit that like and subscribe button on the way out, and I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them, my friends. Peace out, God bless you, and I will see you soon.